Hi guys, Reaper here. It's been a long day, you know? Let me explain what's going on here. Overwatch reached out to me recently and suggested that instead of running adverts on this video, I could transform myself into Pumpkin Reaper for their budget cosplay competition, and I figured that it would be pretty visually silly and entertaining, so I chucked it at the start of this video, which is Halloween themed anyway. They're giving away a bunch of prizes like an Overwatch PS4, and loads of other merch, clothing, pop figures, etc. And if you want to enter as well, all you gotta do is click the link in the description down below and submit your own budget cosplay. I'll have some entries on screen from other people so you can get some inspiration and basically know what you're up against. And remember, you don't have to do anything too crazy as long as you submit your entry in the next few days, okay? Good luck. Right, on to the topic at hand. This might look like regular Shadows of Evil, but it is not, okay? It's a mod by MJPW Gaming, and it's linked in the description down below. There's a workshop link for you to go and click. Basically, what he has done is change up some things in Shadows of Evil in a very similar vein to some of the stuff that I was talking about in a video I posted 3 weeks ago titled something along the lines of Black Ops 4 needs this in order to succeed. I talked about thematic events, seasonal events, and those sorts of things, and what's he done? He's turned the summoning key into a pumpkin, and I love it. It's absolutely awesome, and it's a tiny little change. It's something that, in my video, I suggested be maybe a Santa hat on top of the gateworm when you sort of summon it into the middle of that junction area of the map, or maybe you turn the pods in Zetsubo, the orange pods on the walls, into pumpkins. And what's MJPW Gaming done? He's turned the summoning key into a pumpkin. He's turned those pods into pumpkins. There are pumpkins all over the place. In fact, in a little moment, you'll see that the summoning key there as well is a pumpkin, but also, all the Gobblegum models have become pumpkins, grenades have become pumpkins, Widow's Wine grenades have become pumpkins, there's pumpkins everywhere, and I love it. And it really fires my imagination, because I'm just left thinking that if Treyarch could only do something along these lines, we would have such a good time in their next game. And if World War II can do it as well, I mean, that would be amazing too. If we, at Christmas this year, had some kind of Christmas event that just injected a little bit of thematic seasonal variation into the game, just like how MJPW has done here, and by the way, here's the Gobblegum, it would make the entire experience so much more fun, so much more engaging. You'd want to be playing throughout the entire year instead of in little hotspots at DLC releases, and just generally, it would be so healthy for the community. So, that's the first thing that I wanted to get at in this video, is that MJPW Games has done a really, really good job with this mod. I think that it's really, really cool. There are other things in there as well, like I believe the Apothicon servant might be in the mystery box now, and all sorts of business, so you can check it out if you want, like I said, in the description down below. But it's not the only thing I wanted to talk about in this video, okay? Because in that vid, that original vid from 3 weeks ago, I asked you guys for some suggestions as to things that you think would be really important for the next Call of Duty game to succeed. Specifically Black Ops 4, actually. Wasn't really talking about World War II so much because it's a bit late in the day now. And I said in the video that if there were any really cool ideas that I thought would just make the game much more successful or much more fun for all of us as a community, then I might signal boost them and talk to you guys about them in a video and see what you all thought. And so what I'm going to do right now is go through some of those comments that you guys left on my video about the seasonal stuff, or just about general improvements to Call of Duty and Zombies as a whole, and essentially see what you guys think, okay? Zombies ate my pizza for life says, "Oi, Blundell, if you're reading, 5 remastered as a pre-order bonus, please." Now, this is something that I think would be cool, but at the same time, I feel like they might as well just do Mob of the Dead, because Jason's already hinted that Mob of the Dead is going to be the pre-order bonus for the next game, but at the same time, I kind of feel like Mob of the Dead is a bit too obvious, so, I mean, why not both? Mob of the Dead and 5, and Call of the Dead, and all the maps that they forgot to remaster, or at least just didn't remaster in Chronicles. That would be amazing. Anyway, that's the first comment that I wanted to get to. Louis C1408 says, wait, hold on a minute, I loved Burger Town, so clearly there were some people that were just going crazy in the comments. Let's skip right over that comment. I'm kidding here, of course. Louis, I appreciate your comment. I'm glad that you like the map, but I just don't agree with you. Cosmic Dog says, please no more Apothicons in the next Zombies. Now, this is something that I think is an interesting one, because Jason really made a creative decision at the beginning of Black Ops 3 to say, we now are going to be reliant on this entirely new just universe of lore that is embedded in the Apothicons, the Keepers, Dr. Monty, the Shadow Man, etc. We're going to really pull from all of these new ideas in order to prop up the entire rest of the Zombies timeline. And I mean, if you read the Zombies timeline, you can see it for yourself. It is full of propping up on these new ideas. Even the old ideas have really been fortified by them. And so, if there were no Apothicons in the next game, part of me feels like it might leave their story team, Craig Houston, the lead writer, and just generally the team as a whole, in a bit of a weird place where they wouldn't necessarily know what to draw from in order to really keep the old fans engaged and feel like there was continuity between the games, while still also enriching their new world with whatever lore they need to be injecting in that first map, the base Zombies on Disc Zod map. I kind of would like to see Apothicons back just because of the fact that we now have backstory for them, and that means that there's more story associated with them, but if they were to go to the extent of not including Apothicons, but really working to fill out all the world building from a very early stage so that there wasn't a gap in our knowledge and we really did feel like there was a lot going on from the very beginning, then I feel like that's something I'd be okay with. But if they didn't do that, then they've kind of got to bring the Apothicons back. Badgery Patel says, some kind of grief mode where 4 people can play, preferably 8, and it's competitive. You can compete directly. Esports grief would be awesome, and I've got to agree, man. We need more modes, and if we don't have more modes, they need to at least make Zombies into a game that you can play competitively, just because of the fact that ZWC was so much fun. And if they can go down that path at all, it will just give the mode so much life. Can you imagine if Zombies didn't need 60, 70 hours in order to get a high round on? Like, legitimately, right now, if you want to break a record, you have to spend so much time, and it's just unrealistic for most people. But if they can make a mode where you can just compete right there, it's quick, it's snappy, it's great to watch live, man, Zombies would be in a good place. These are just a selection of some of the comments that were on that video. The other thing that I want to say real quick is that there were a huge number of really, really nice comments on that video. Like, seriously, you guys were so positive in welcoming me back and basically just saying, Milo, I appreciate that you've had a tough time at home. It's great to have you back now, and I'm really liking the content. It just made me feel happy. So I want to just shout out a couple of people now on the screen who essentially warmed my heart a little bit and made my day today. Other than that, though, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then drop a like. Make sure to check out the Overwatch budget cosplay in the description down below if you want to as well. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, cheers. Bye-bye. Regrets. I have a few. And then again, here is another. I span the pumpkin too. I should have listened to my mother. She said, when you are grown, please do not put
a fucking pumpkin on your head.